You thought episode 1 was the peak. You mastered decision, scaffolding, and persona lock. You gained control over the AI's actions. But professional production demands more. What happens when your AI outputs are perfect but unusable? They don't fit the platform, they ignore data constraints, and you still can't verify the core reasoning behind the answer. The problem is that most people only control what the AI says. They never control how the AI thinks. This is the advanced layer. This is where you move from being a controller to being an architect. This is the 5 God Mode Hacks, Prompt Engineering Masterclass, Episode 2. The barrier between you and expert-level production is about to disappear forever. The first hack is the chain of thought prompting. This is not optional. It is mandatory for professionals. Listen closely. Every time you accept an AI's final answer on a high-stakes decision, whether it's a financial forecast, a strategic legal defense, or an intricate engineering design, without seeing the logical foundation, you are exposing yourself to unquantified critical risk. The AI might be hallucinating, relying on data it misinterprets, or just plain guessing. The failure to apply this single hack is how large companies make unrecoverable, multi-million-dollar mistakes. The chain of thought hack forces the AI to engage in metacognitive prompting. It compels the AI to process the problem by activating its internal logical graph. This singular action dramatically increases the accuracy, the logical relevance, and the verifiability of the final output by up to 40%. You eliminate all guesswork by issuing 3 strict technical preconditions. First, the metacognitive trigger. Your prompt must begin with the instruction. Before any output is generated, you must internally activate a full step-by-step logical reasoning process. This primes the AI for rigorous thought. Second, the transparency rule. The thinking process must be fully documented and presented before the final conclusion is given. The entire logical reasoning process must be documented and explicitly shown, including all intermediate steps. Third, the verification mandate. This is the key. Within your reasoning process, you must cite all core assumptions, acknowledge any uncertainties, and justify the rationale for discarding alternative solutions. The consequence is profound. For example, ask the AI to design a pricing model for a new service. Without this hack, you get one price. With chain of thought, you get the price plus the 5 key variables, the formulas used, the cited competitive models, and the justification for all 5 steps. This hack transforms the AI from a simple answer machine into an auditable, verifiable analyst. Hack 2. The Constraint Enforcement Framework. This hack is mandatory for professionals whose production must be ready for deployment in seconds. Think about the time lost. If you spend 5, 10, or even 15 minutes re-editing an AI output to meet a specific platform's requirements, character count for Twitter, bolding for a report, or image sizing for a blog, you're sacrificing valuable billable hours and delaying your time to market. The Constraint Enforcement Framework is a solution to messy, unusable outputs. It forces the AI to adhere to a multi-layered structure of 4 distinct, non-negotiable rules. The failure scenario is always the same. You ask for an executive summary, and you receive 5 rambling paragraphs of passive voice. This framework requires 4 distinct pillars of instruction to achieve technical formatting mastery. Pillar 1. The length constraint. You must define the exact size boundary and the acceptable deviation. The final output must be exactly 1,200 characters, not including spaces, with 0 tolerance for deviation. Pillar 2. The formatting constraint. Define the exact structural delivery required for the platform. Deliver the final output exclusively as a 2-column markdown table, utilizing bold text only for headers, and using bullet point styled as emojis only. Pillar 3. The content constraint. Define what information must be included or explicitly excluded. The content must reference recent industry events from the last 72 hours and must not include any direct quotes or statistical data without citing a source. Pillar 4. The tone constraint. Define the required style and professionalism. Maintain a formal, concise, and persuasive tone. utilizing only terminology suitable for a graduate-level academic paper. Your prompt must conclude with a specific enforcement warning. The following 4 pillars of constraints are mandatory and non-negotiable. Any output that violates even one pillar will be rejected. You must self-validate the constraints before execution. Proceed immediately with the delivery. This framework ensures your AI output is technically perfect and instantly deployable. Hack 3. Memory injection and update. If your project extends beyond a single chat session, you will inevitably face context decay. This is the AI's biggest flaw. Its inability to consistently track complex, evolving variables over multi-day projects. The failure scenario is losing valuable hours manually copying and pasting the entire project scope, budget, or timeline back into the AI just to update a single detail. This is time-consuming, tedious, and highly prone to introducing manual errors. The memory injection and update hack solves this decay problem dynamically and efficiently. It allows you to create fluid context variables that the AI must track and update with a simple command, eliminating the need for massive copy-pasting. The technique requires a strict variable naming protocol at the start of the project. You must establish the variables clearly. Establish the following 3 core project variables. Variable A. Project budget equals $25,000. Variable B. Client equals Alpha Tech. Variable C. Deadline equals July 1st, 2026. When the scope changes days later, you use the targeted override syntax. You do not rewrite the narrative. You issue a clear, unambiguous command. Context override. Update variable A. Project budget to $35,000. Update variable C. Deadline to August 15th, 2026. Acknowledge the updated variables, and then immediately reanalyze the new project risk profile based on this change. The professional consequence is tremendous. You maintain complete and auditable context consistency across multiple days and complex variables. This hack transforms the AI from a session-based tool into a project management partner, saving hours of administrative time and guaranteeing data integrity. Hack 4. The Critic Loop Directive. You must fundamentally reject the AI's built-in affirmation bias. This is the critical weakness. The AI is coded to deliver an answer it believes is correct, and if asked, it will always affirm its own quality. This blind self-acceptance is a massive point of professional failure. The Critic Loop Directive eliminates this internal bias. It forces the AI to self-critique its output against an external, objective scoring rubric that you, the professional, provide. The technique requires you to set the objective standards against which the AI must be measured. You must provide a detailed, weighted rubric. The following content must be graded on 3 factors: clarity, 40% weight, urgency, 40% weight, and grammar, 20% weight. Each factor is scored on a scale of 1 to 10. The process involves 3 slow, deliberate, mandatory steps. First, the creation. Generate the requested email marketing copy. Second, the critique. Immediately apply the provided weighted scoring rubric to your generated copy. You must calculate the final weighted score and provide a detailed justification for the score given to each criterion. Third, the iteration. Based on the scored performance, propose 2 distinct and specific revisions to achieve a perfect score of 10 in every criterion, and then deliver the final, revised iteration. This hack forces the AI to enter a robust, self-improving feedback loop. It ensures that the final answer is automatically stress-tested, objectively verified, and professionally refined against your exact quality control standards before it ever reaches your desk. Hack 5. Comparative Analysis Prompting. This final God mode hack is designed to replace managerial bias and emotional decision-making with objective data ranking. The danger lies in analysis paralysis, receiving 5 excellent options from the AI and simply choosing the first one that sounds good, potentially wasting resources on a suboptimal choice. The comparative analysis prompting technique forces the AI to function as a professional decision matrix. It requires the AI to generate multiple options and then score and rank them against the weighted criteria that you design based on your precise business priorities. Your role is to define the exact weighting, which is the true driver of the decision. You must be explicit. Generate 5 distinct brand identity slogans. The success of each slogan must be scored against the following weighted criteria. Memorability, 50% weight. Trademark risk, 30% weight. And market emotional appeal, 20% weight. The required professional output is not just a list, but a sortable data table that replaces the guesswork. Your prompt must demand. Deliver the results in a sortable markdown table format. Column 1 must list the option. Columns 2 through 4 must list the weighted score and justification for each of the 3 criteria. Column 5 must contain the final total weighted score and the final ranking, first, second, third, etc. This hack turns the AI into a powerful, objective decision engine, replacing human bias with verifiable data ranking, ensuring you always select the optimal choice. You now have the full technical toolkit. You have master control, persona, context, error anticipation, and now reasoning, formatting, and verifiable logic. The barrier between you and expert-level production is officially gone. This is the end of episode 2. If you mastered these 5 God mode hacks, the only thing left to do is subscribe to finish the series. Comment Architect below if you completed episode 2. Share this video with every single person who still thinks AI is just a basic chatbot. And get ready, because episode 3 is the final frontier of AI automation. See you there.